All right, there we go, family. So we're going to go over presenting the opportunity. So now there's a couple things that I want you to understand when it comes to presenting the opportunity. A lot of people get this so mixed up, but it can be it's one of the simplest things, right? And I'm going to share this whole PowerPoint with everyone after this. I'm going over presenting. So first things first, to start off, when you're presenting, the goal is to put things in perspective for people. You're not here to convince anybody. You're here to present information, and then someone else makes a decision. That's all you're doing. You're presenting information, and they make a decision. Now, you can offer the information, offer a certain perspective, right? To sway someone in a certain direction, but you're not here straight up saying, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. Come on, bro, please do this. That's not your job. If you have to beg someone to want to make money, chances are they don't want to make money, right? So understand that. Number one, your job is to offer perspective. I hope you guys are taking notes. Your job is to offer perspective. That's all you're doing, offering perspective. So now to start each presentation, number one, I start with this slide. I open up with this slide. And while this slide is on, I'm not talking about the slide just yet. I'm introducing myself. That's number one. People have to know who it is they're talking to. If you have not been edified by a previous speaker, whatever the case may be, you're just going just straight up, you and one person, introduce yourself. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I say thank you for your time. I appreciate your time and I respect your time. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make extra money from home. I'm going to show you guys how to create an extra stream of income without changing anything you're already doing. So that's why I hook people. That's where people start listening, right? I'm going to show you how to make more money without changing anything you're already doing. Now, before I get into the information, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about myself and my experience with the information you're about to see. And that's what I introduce myself. My name is Ty Rodriguez, right? And when I first saw the information you're about to see, I was 21 years old. So then I get into my story. Right? So basically your story is, I was doing this, I found the information, now I'm doing this. That's your story. I was doing XYZ, I found the information, now I'm doing what? Now I've been able to do 1, 2, 3. I know I have access to 1, 2, 3. That's basically your story. You don't want to speak for 15, 20, 30 minutes about your story, because at this point you're saying things to keep the attention. Because as soon as a presentation is in front of you, a lot of people's guards go up. They're looking for a reason to not listen. I want you to write that down. People are looking at this presentation for a reason to say no. They're looking for a reason to say no. You don't want to give them any more reason to say no. You don't want to give them a reason to say no, right? So quick, I was doing XYZ. I found the information. Now I'm doing 1, 2, 3. So this is what I say, right? This is exactly what I say. When I first saw the information you're about to see, I was 21 years old. I was 21 years old. I was living in a 1-bedroom apartment with 5 other people. My mom, my dad, my 3 siblings. I was working 2 jobs. I worked at Bank of America, which I thought was a pretty good job at the time. And I worked at Skechers in Times Square. I worked 2 jobs to support my family. And then I say, but just like you, I wanted more. I'm talking to the audience, right? Throughout the presentation, I'll ask questions. I'll talk to the audience, right? And it's not questions for them to just answer right then and there. The purpose of the question is to get the person listening to think. That's the purpose of the question, not so they can answer, so they can think. I'm going to tell you this right now. Statements close the mind, right? Statements close the mind. Questions open the mind. For example, the sky is blue. Done, period. The sky is blue, period. That closes your mind. The question, why do you think the sky is blue? It makes you think. People have literally created whole stories, whole picture books on why the sky is blue. They say it's a reflection of the water. They say this and that. They say God, whatever. They say the universe, blah, blah, blah. They say there was a magic. all from asking a question. So a question opens the mind. I say that to say that. I say this to say that a question opens the mind. And I always talk to the audience. So again, back to my story. I was 21, one-bedroom apartment, 2 jobs, supporting my family. But just like you, I wanted more. I wanted more. So I'm relating. I'm like you. The reason for that is me saying I'm like you, but I'm saying I was there. That means I'm a picture of what you're going to be. These are all things happening. These are all just super, super deep layers in the whole story, in the whole pitch. Just like you, I was doing this. I was doing that. I was doing that. Just like you. Right? So just like you, I wanted more. I wanted more for my family. I wanted more for myself. I wanted more for my last name. I always say that. I wanted more for my last name. And then I do a little awkward laugh. I do an awkward laugh after. And you know what? One day, I don't know if you ever did this before, a little awkward laugh. I don't know if you did this before, but I literally Googled how to make $100,000. I literally Googled how to make $1 million. And I found a couple of things, and one of them actually worked. Boom. That's where everyone starts listening. I tried a couple of things, and one of them actually worked. Now I got you on the edge of your seat, waiting for what I'm about to say. Waiting for what, now you're listening to the very next thing I'm gonna say. And that's when I say, look, I tried wholesaling real estate. Didn't work out too well for me. I always say for me because I know there's multi-millionaires that wholesale real estate. I know a couple myself. Some of my friends do it, right? So I say, didn't work out for me. I tried wholesaling real estate. I tried investing into ATM machines. Didn't work out for me, personally. I tried reselling sneakers. Did not work out too well for me. Even though I did make a couple $1,000s reselling sneakers, but I wouldn't say that worked out for me because it didn't make me 7 figures. Didn't work out for me. I didn't see any massive financial success in anything that I did until I started trading the Forex market. I started investing in something called the Forex market. And then I tell my story. So I was doing this. I didn't see no money until I found the opportunity. Now I'm getting into the after of my story. I retired in 4 months trading the Forex market at age 21, right? I made a lot of money. I made a lot of money. I was able to purchase property. I was put in a position where I was able to purchase multiple properties. I was put in a position where I was able to help other people I love and care about, make more money, right? Now, and then I get into the slides. And this is the transition from the story to the slides. Because I talk about my story. Now, granted, your story may not be as extravagant. Your story may not be as, rags to riches really, really quickly because a lot of people just started. But I'm going to show you how to go around that. So rags to riches story, boom, which is the actual truth, facts, right? All facts. And I say, look, I had an amazing experience. I'm still having an amazing experience, but I'm going to tell you this. Before you can decide you want to make more money, you got to know a thing or two about money. You got to know how money works. So let me show you how money works. And then I get into the cash flow quadrant. That's when I get into the cash flow quadrant. And I say, hey, if you make any amount of money, you land in one of these 4 categories. If you make money, period, you land in one of these 4 categories. You see, 35% of people work for themselves. You always educate them. The reason I start with this slide is because while I'm telling my story, they're already looking at the slide trying to figure out what's going on. And then here I go explaining it to them. 35% of people work for themselves, right? Those are your barbers. Those are your Uber drivers. Those are your nail techs. Those are your hair ladies, right? 35% of people, small business owners, they work for themselves. 60% of people work for somebody else. That was me when I used to work at Bank of America. That was me when I used to work retail in Skechers. That might be you. That was my mom. That was my this. That was my that when they worked there. See, now I'm going to tell you something right now. When you combine 35% and 60%, you get 95%. But the thing is, 95% of people only control 5% of the world's wealth, only control 5% of the world's money. So you have to ask yourself, right? Who has the other 95% of the world's money? Who has that bag? Who has that bag, right? Who has the other 95%? I need to talk to them. And I went from saying I need to talk to them to becoming them, right? And that's the top 5%. Big business owners, 4%, right? Big business owners are businesses with 500 plus employees. For those that don't know, right? For those that don't know, the big business owners, this portion, this 4%, is businesses with 500 plus employees. That's just for me and you, to understand. And then I say, and then you have the 1%, which is us. So I'm letting you know I'm the 1%. I'm letting you know that. I'm the 1%, the famous 1% you've been hearing your whole life. Yeah, that's me. That's basically what I'm telling you, right? The 4% big business owners, and then the 1%, that's us, right? You see the biggest difference between the left side and the right side. The biggest difference between the 95% and the top 5% is the 95% works for their money. They exchange their time for money. The top 5%, oh no, before I get there, they exchange their time for money. Well, what happens when you run out of time? You also run out of money. The top 5%, right? They exchange their money for money. They have their money working for them. Exchange your money for money. Now, I'm going to show you how to go from the left side of money to the right side of money. I'm going to show you how to go from the left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant. And I'm going to show you using the Forex market. I want you to understand this. Like every single time you're switching a slide, your whole presentation is a story. So every transition has to make sense. That's the way to make it flow. Every transition has to make sense. Think about your favorite movie. There were transitions into every scene. Imagine watching Avengers and, Thanos is fighting one scene and then instantly everyone's having a picnic by a lake. You're going to be like, how did we get here? This doesn't make sense, right? Everyone's fighting one scene and then literally a second later, everyone's just chilling, laying down on a blanket, like by a water, by a lake. Doesn't make sense. So your transition is to make your presentation flow. It should sound like one nice story, right? So that's it right there. I'm going to show you using the Forex market. And then I actually read this slide from bottom to top. The Forex market is the largest financial market in the world. Excuse me. It trades, I always start here. I don't know why. It's a habit of mine, a little personal preference. It trades $6.6 trillion a day, 5 days a week. $6.6 trillion a day, right? Every day for 5 days straight, it's a new 6.6, new 6.6, new $6.6 trillion. And I'm going to show you how to get a piece of that pie every day. I'm going to show you how to get a piece of that pie. So I'm showing people, I'm like dangling like a fruit in front of like I don't know, dangling food in front of somebody, right? Like literally, I'm showing them like this is how you can be a top 1% income earner. This is how you go from the top 5. This is how you tap into the 5%. And I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it, right? That's what you're doing. It's a 24-hour market, right? It is a 24-hour market. So this works with whatever schedule you have. Remember, I used to work for 2 jobs, 14-hour days. I didn't have the most flexible schedule. But thanks to the Forex market, I was able to retire because everything was on my time. At 24 hours, everything was on my time. So a lot of people, when they come into this, they see this and they say, time consuming, don't have time. Remember, they're looking for reasons not to do it. During my presentation, I remove the reasons to say no. You can't tell me I don't have the time. Because I always tell my story, right? I always tell my story where I say, I used to work 2 jobs. This worked for me because I didn't have a flexible schedule, right? I didn't have a flexible schedule, so this is how I retired. It doesn't matter if you got 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. This is your way out. These are the conversations I'm having without directly saying that. Because I don't have 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes to talk to them. I only got about 20 minutes. The presentation is only about 20 minutes long. Only about 20 minutes long. Right? So then I explain the Forex market, largest market in the world. We talked about 6.6. We talked about 5 days. We talked about 24 hours. Then I say in the Forex market, you're trading the values of different global currencies, like the US dollar, Canadian dollar, euro, Japanese yen. The values of these currencies, they go up and they go down. I'm going to show you how to make money when these values go up. And I'm going to show you how to make money when these values go down. See, the Forex market is recession proof. It doesn't matter who's in office. It doesn't matter how good the US economy is doing. You can always make money in this market. Remember, 6.6 trillion a day. I'm gonna show you how to get a piece of that. Now let's jump right into it. That's my next slide. That's my next transition. One of my weaker transitions, but I say now let's jump right into it. This right here, what you're looking at, is the Forex market. And if you're anything like me, you just said the same thing to yourself that I said to myself when I first saw this. I said, what in the world am I looking at? You see, this looked foreign to me, but it's not because this is hard. It's because no one ever taught me money. That's why this looked crazy to me, because no one ever taught me money. You see, when I say that, now the audience is thinking, okay, cool. It's okay that I don't know what this is, right? That's the bar right there. Oh, this looked foreign to me, but not because it was hard. This looked foreign to me because no one ever taught me how to make money. No one ever taught me how to make money. So I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to show you how to trade Forex in 60 seconds. I'm going to show you how to trade Forex in 60 seconds, right? See, don't let the charts and numbers confuse you. You only have two options in the Forex market. You only can do two things. You can buy and you can sell. Those are the only two things you can do. Look how simple I'm making Forex, right, guys? Look, listen to how simple I'm making it. Oh, that's it. You can only do two things. You can buy and you can sell. Those are the only two things you can do. Now, if you choose to buy the market, you're basically telling your broker, hey, I believe price is going to go up, right? I believe the market's going to go up from here if you choose to buy the market. That's what you're telling your broker. If you choose to buy the market, you're telling your broker, I believe price is going to go up from here. And if you're correct about the direction of the market, you make money, right? If you are correct about the direction of the market, you make money. See, now when I first saw that, I was like, okay, I get it now. I get it. Obviously, you buy low and you sell high. You see, the market moves in specific patterns. These patterns tell you what's going to happen next. And if you know what's going to happen next, you make money. I'm going to show you how to find these patterns. I'm going to show you how to do it. See, when I first saw that information, I said the same thing you said. Okay, I get it. Buy low, sell high. If I know what happens next, I make money. I make money in a couple minutes. Okay, I get it. But I had the same question you have right now. I said, how much money can I really make doing this? How much money can I really make doing this, right? Because remember, at the time, I'm telling them, at the time, I was 21. At the time, I was working 2 jobs. At the time, I lived in a 1-bedroom. At the time, I was living with my whole family. And I say this, remember what I said, people are looking for reasons to not do this. So this is how I debunk, this is how I eliminate all that. At the time, blah, 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 all this stuff, 21, 2 jobs, 1-bedroom apartment, my whole family. I didn't have a lot of time. I didn't have a lot of money, so I couldn't make a lot of mistakes. I'm gonna say it again. I didn't have a lot of time. I did not have a lot of money. I couldn't make a lot of mistakes. So let me show you 3 realistic examples. I'm gonna just do slideshow so everyone can see it. That's probably a little bit better, right? That's probably a little better. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see that a lot better. If you can see that a lot better, let me see a 1 in the chat. Okay, cool, perfect. Okay, boom. So at the time, I didn't have a lot of time. I didn't have a lot of money, so I couldn't make a lot of mistakes. Didn't have a lot of time, didn't have a lot of money, so I couldn't make a lot of mistakes. So let me show you 3 realistic examples as to how much money you're missing out on by not trading this market. I'll say it again. Let me show you 3 realistic examples as to how much money you're missing out on by not trading this market. That trade that trade you just saw gave out a 70% return on your investment. And what does that mean? That means if you would invest $10 on that trade, $10 at a 70% return, it means you profited an extra $7. I know it says 17, but you profited an extra $7. The reason it says 17 there is because when they see invest $10 and then it equals $7, a lot of people can't, it equals $7 profit. A lot of people don't, it doesn't look pretty. It looks prettier when this number, the ending number, is bigger than this number. But invest $10 at a 7% return, it means and $7 profit, not $17 profit. Now look, pay attention. If you would invest $10 on that one trade at a 70% return, it means you profited an extra $7. Now I know you didn't show up here to learn how to make $7. I know you didn't hit that link that your friend sent you to learn how to make $7. But the point of this is to compound your money, right? $7 on this trade, $10 on the next trade, $20 on the next trade. And these are happening in 2-3 minutes, 2-3 minutes, 2-3 minutes. You compound so you can go from making $10 trades to making $100 trades. And at a 70% return per $100 trade, you profit $70 per trade. Now we're talking. With $70, I could pay my phone bill. With $70, I could take my mom out to eat. With $70, I could buy a new PlayStation 5 remote controller. See, the point of this is to compound. A lot of people, and then I debunk. I always remove reasons to not do this. A lot of people think when it comes to investing, we're taught you need tens of thousands of dollars. You need hundreds of thousands of dollars. I personally help people take $50 trading accounts to 4 figures, to 5 figures. I personally help people take $100 trading accounts to 6 figures, right? And you can do that in the Forex market because the Forex market is the largest financial market in the world. Remember I said 6.6 floods through this market. I'm showing you how to get a piece every single day. There's a blueprint, a 6 figures in 6 months blueprint that I'm going to show you in a second. Right? I'm going to show you in a second. So your $70 trades, you compound, right? $10 trades turn into $100 trades. $100 trades compound so you get $1,000 trades. And at a 70% return, every $1,000 trade is $700 profit. And then I asked the question. This is my transition. Pay close attention. This is a smooth transition. Pay close attention. I really validate it. How different would your life look? Let me ask you a question. How different would your life look if I showed you how to make $700 from your phone? How different would your life look if you could make $700 every time you hit that green button? That's the type of lifestyle you want. That's the type of lifestyle everybody wants, right? But you know better than anybody else, in order to change your situation, you're going to need some different information, right? And that information starts right here in our online academy. We have an academy. It's going to teach you the ABC 1, 2, 3s of Forex, right? ABC 1, 2, 3s of Forex. So you can come into this knowing absolutely nothing, just like I did. You come into this knowing absolutely nothing, and by the end of the academy, you have all the information you need. So it doesn't matter if you've never traded before. It doesn't matter if you never invested in anything before ever. This is designed for the new trader. This is designed for the new investor. So keep in mind, guys, I'm taking out reasons to not do this. I'm putting it in a perspective like, yo, listen, dude, if you want to make money, it's here. This is where you're in the right place. If you want to make money, you're in the right place, right? If you want to make money in minutes, the post that made you ask for the link to this call, you're in the right place. That's what I'm saying throughout the entire presentation without directly saying it, right? I'm putting it in a certain perspective. So again, went over the academy. And then I also say, if you dedicate 1 hour a day, you'll be done with the whole academy in 4 days. The real answer is like 4 to 5 days. You'll be done with the entire academy in 4 to 5 days when it comes to the HFX Academy, right? Now, in addition to that, what if I said you can sign up and you can make money tonight? What if I said you can sign up and you can make money tonight? Well, you got to think, how can someone say that? How can someone say that with such confidence? Well, this is how. This right here. See, you're going to have access to something called Go Live, right? You see, every hour on the hour, you'll have the top traders in the world, right, sharing their screen, helping you make money each and every trading day, right? Each and every trading day. So they're able to share their screen with you, just like I am right now, right? And they're actually going to call out trades live. They're going to call out trades live. They literally tell you, hey, buy this. Hey, sell this. Hey, get in. Hey, get out. Imagine an Instagram live with a millionaire and you're able to make money with them live. Imagine Instagram Live. You don't really want to make income claims. So imagine an Instagram Live with a professional, and you have the opportunity to make money live with this professional, right? I'm going to tell you this right now. And I always go into my story. But I'm going to show you my story, and I'm going to show you what any individual can say, which is extremely duplicatable. But my personal story after I say that is this. I actually used to attend the University at Buffalo in upstate New York. That's where I went to college, right? I was a business major, right? So I always remember, right? So my first semester, a couple weeks in, I go to my business professor, right? And I'm like, it's a true story, by the way. I went to my business professor and I'm like, Professor, I want to start a business. Where do you think I should start? Keep in mind, this is a business professor. Hey, professor, I want to start a business. Where do you think I should start? You know what my business professor told me? He looks me right in the face. This is what got me mad. He looks me right in the face and he's like, bro, listen, Ty, I don't know, Ty. I never started a business. I never ran a business. I never managed a business. This is a whole business professor. And I'm like, and I said, in that moment, I realized all this dude was doing was reading out of a huge $800 business textbook. I know because I paid for it, right? I always say that during presentations, and it always gets a couple people to laugh. I know because I paid for it, right? And all he was doing was reading out of the textbook every week. And he would say, hey, class, good luck on the quiz Friday every week. He hadn't actually done the things he was reading out of the textbook. So I look at my professor and I say, Professor, how can you teach me how to do something you've never done before? That's why I appreciate this platform. Because you learn from 6, 7-figure traders on how to make 6 and 7 figures trading. You're not learning from people with theories and textbooks. You're learning from people with results. I'm gonna ask you right now. And this is what everyone can say. Without even saying that, this is what everyone can say, because the story is only true for me. This is what everyone can say. I'm gonna ask you right now. If you want to make 6 figures in 2021, you can only learn from people who have made 6 figures, right? So who are you learning from that's teaching you how to make 6 figures? Look, if you want to be a millionaire in 2021, you can only learn from millionaires. So who are you learning from that's teaching you how to make $1 million, right? You can only learn how to do things from people who have done it before. Do you ask your friends, your single friends, for relationship advice? Well, I hope you don't, right? I hope you don't, right? Always add some humor to it. If whenever you can, add some humor to it. If you can make them laugh, you'll make them buy, promise you. Add some humor to it, right? Do you take relationship advice from your single friends? Well, I hope you don't, right? Do you take fitness advice from your friends who always eat candy all the time? Nothing but candy? I hope you don't. So why would you take financial advice from someone who hasn't made 6 figures? Why would you take financial advice from someone who hasn't made the money you want to make? Right? So if you're looking to make 6 figures, if you're looking to make 7 figures, but you don't have a millionaire mentor, you don't have a 6-figure mentor, you just found one. I'm connecting it, right, guys? I'm connecting it. If you want this, then you need this. That's all I'm saying throughout the whole presentation. And then my transition to the next slide is this. Now you got to think, right? How did this guy go from 2 jobs, not that much time, to retiring in 4 months? How did this guy do that? He just said he worked 14-hour days. How did he go from 14-hour days working, no time to sleep, 14 hours a day working, and then retiring at 21? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how. I didn't always have time to watch videos. There were days I was working 14 hours and I would have to go back, work, sleep 3-4 hours, then take the train back to work 14 hours and do it over and over and over again. Some days I didn't have 30 minutes, which is all it takes. All it takes is 30 minutes a day. Some days I didn't have an hour, which is all it takes. All it takes is an hour a day. So how did you retire? This is how I retired. I had access to this. I had access. That's how I retired. Access is the doorway to success, right? A lot of people don't have success because they don't have access. And I'm going to give you access to the same thing that helped me retire, right? So what you're looking at is one of our scanners. Scanners is how I retired, right? Remember what I said earlier. The market moves in specific patterns. These patterns tell you what's going to happen next. If you know what happens next, you make money. Then ask the question, what if you had an algorithm, a software, or a scanner that found these patterns for you, did everything for you? Oh, and on top of that, what if some of these scanners actually sent you, right? What if some of these scanners actually sent you trade alerts right to your phone? So you never miss a trade. Now you don't need 30 minutes a day, you need 2. Now you don't need an hour a day, you need 2 minutes a day, right? So what you're looking at as a scanner, it scans the market for you, it looks for these highly probable trade setups, right? And gives you trade setups. So you make money on your own time. Every time you log in, these scanners are working 24 hours. So every time you log in, there's always an opportunity for you to make money, right? So someone asked in the chat, what if you haven't retired yet? That's why you have to get your story down packed, and then literally sew your story into the presentation. Get your story down packed and sew your story into the presentation. Sew your story, because there's an easy way to transition from here to here. Let's say I just got started. I used to be in college. Let's say I'm in college right now. I wanted to make more money. And then now I'm in the business. I've been in the business for a month, and I'm presenting the opportunity, right? No money made, no anything. I'm just giving you a scenario. What if I had no money? I was 22, I was 19. Let's say I'm in college and I don't have any money yet. I haven't made boatloads of money, but you want to transition, right? You want to transition. You talk about time here. Talk about time. If you can dedicate 30 minutes a day, which is all the sessions are about 30 minutes long, you can literally make money with millionaires on a daily basis. Now, what if you don't have 30 minutes a day? What if, you know what? I have the busiest schedule. I'm the busiest human being on earth, and I don't have 30 minutes a day. I have 2 minutes a day. Can I still make money? Yes, you can. It sounds crazy. How can I make money if I only got 2 minutes free every day? Let me show you. We have this. You're going to have access to this. And then you say the same thing I said. Remember what I said earlier, the market moves in specific patterns. Like I said, you want to sew your story into your presentation, right? Sew your story into your presentation so that it makes sense for you, right? So that it makes sense. You're never lying on a presentation. Like you're never lying in a presentation, right? So where was I? All right. And then right here after this, I go over how I was able to retire. So I say, I put on my suit, go to Bank of America, open up the scanner, place a trade, right? For my scanner, it was actually the harmonic scanner that helped me retire. Out of all the scanners, the harmonic scanner helped me retire. Open up the scanner, place a trade. I would hop on the train. Remember, from New York City, hop on the train, open up the scanner, place a trade. I would get on my lunch break, open up the scanner, place a trade. I would go to my second job. You guessed it. Open up the scanner, place a trade. There were days I was making more money for my phone than I was standing up for 14 hours between both jobs, right? There were not, so it puts it in perspective. There were nights I became so addicted to making money on my phone. There were nights I would trade so deep into the night, I would actually fall asleep. I'd place a trade and I would fall asleep, right? And I would wake up the next morning and profit. I was literally making money in my sleep. You see and then I say this, you see the famous Warren Buffett, multi-billionaire investor. He says this. He says, guys, you have to find a way to make money in your sleep, or you're going to be working till the day you die. Those are your two options in life. Find a way to make money in your sleep or work till the day you die. You just found a way to make money in your sleep. Now, the question is, are you going to take advantage of this? Or, and this is where it always hurts them, are you going to take advantage of this? Or is this going to be another opportunity that you let slip through your fingertips? That's my transition to this screen. And then at this screen, I just do a recap. I just review everything I just said again. So I said, I know there's a lot of new information, so let me go over everything one more time. We touched on the Forex market, largest market in the world. We touched on the academy, Teaches you the ABC 1, 2, 3s of investing, designed for the new trader, designed for the new investor. So it doesn't matter if you never traded before. It doesn't matter if you never invested before. This is where you start. We went over the Go Live sessions, live trading sessions with millionaire traders that help you make money on a weekly basis, right? On a weekly basis, really on a daily basis. And we touched on the scanners that does all the work for you. And some of them, they actually send you trade alerts so that you never miss a trade. You're always making money on your own time. Now, the question is, I'll just read the bottom. The question is, how can we get started? How do I get access to the academy? How do I get access to the live trading sessions? How do I get access to the scanner? Right? How do I get access to your mentorship? How do I get access to your private group chats? It's a simple answer. Simple answer. This is actually my favorite part. Guys, this is a pay to play system. It's only $200. If I asked you, how much do you think it will cost you, right, to make money live with millionaires every single day? What number would you give me? I promise you, it wouldn't be anything close to $200. Anything close to a pair of sneakers, right? All it costs is a pair of sneakers to get millionaire mentorship. What did I say earlier? I said, if you want to make 6 figures, you got to learn from people who've made it, right? If you want to make 6 figures, you got to talk to people who've made it. If you want to make 7 figures, you got to talk to people who've made it. What would you pay to talk to people who've made it? That number tells me how bad you actually want to make that much money. That number tells me how bad you actually want to make that much money. I'm telling you right now, you got a super discounted price, $200. You get access to the academy, you get access to the live trading sessions, and you get access to the scanners that help me retire. And then just like a gym membership, if you want to keep access, remember what I said, access is the doorway to success. You want to keep that door open. If you want to keep access, just like a gym membership, every 30 days is $175 a month. Now, what if I told you I can take that away for you? I can take off the monthly fee. What if I said there's a possibility you can get that for free? And then I always pull the joke. I always say a joke. See, this is where people start listening again, right? This is where people start listening. As soon as I say that free word, people start listening. They're like, what are you talking about? Free? If it's free, it's for me. That's my motto. Look, if it's free, it's for me. You always bring energy. Always bring energy to your op calls. Always bring energy to your op calls. Energy, 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 energy. If it's free, it's for me. That's my transition. We have a 2 and free scholarship program, right? Where you're able to plug in, you're going to get your own personal referral link, right? You'll get your own personal referral link, and you're able to recommend this to 2 friends. If you recommend this to 2 friends, you get a free account. You no longer pay any monthly fees. And I always say this, as long as you have 2 friends trading with you in the academies. And then it literally says it on the screen, refer to active paying customers to the academies, 2 and free. Hello, free access, right? So I say that. I say you no longer pay any monthly fees as long as you have, I always say that, as long as you have 2 friends trading with the academy. So if you have 2 friends, you got a free account waiting for you. You got 2 followers on Instagram, you got a free account waiting for you. You got, 2 people that want to make money, you have a free account waiting for you. All you have to do is plug in, right? All you have to do is plug in. You see how that works? All you got to do is plug in. Now, hold on one second. Cool, perfect. Now, and I always say this. My mentor says it all the time. My mentor says it all the time. This is after I said 2 friends, 2 family members, 2 followers, 2 whatever. You have a free account waiting for you. I always say, guys, my mentor says it all the time. It's only lonely at the top when you don't bring your friends with you. It's only lonely at the top when you don't bring your friends with you. Here, you get to make money with your friends and you get a free account when you do it. How many times do you talk to your friends? And then I just ask a bunch of questions. How many times do you talk to your friends about money? How many times do you talk to your friends about investing? How many times do you think about retiring your parents? I'll do you one better. How many times do you think about, hey, what would I do if I had $1 million? When you see your favorite car on the street, think about your dream car right now. When you see it on the street, what do you do? Your dream car. What do you do when you see your dream car on the street? I know what you do. You tap your friend on the shoulder, you point at the car, and you say, "That's my car." You can turn those dreams, those goals, those thoughts into reality by just making the right financial decisions. And this is the close. I'm here to tell you this right here is the right financial decisions. This right here is the right financial decision. If you made the decision to make six figures in 2021, it starts here. If you made the decision to turn those thoughts into reality, it starts right here. So what I need you to do is reach back out to the person who sent you this link. Reach back out to the person who invited you, whatever. If it's an event, guys, if it's an event, say that. But reach back out to the person who sent you this link and tell them, I'm ready to get started. Tell them I'm ready to get started, because at this point, you made the decision to become a top 1% income earner. At this point, you made the decision that you want access to that 6 figures in 6 months blueprint. And I want to be the first to welcome you to the team. I want to be the first to welcome you to the team. Matter of fact, in addition to that, everyone who gets started tonight is going to get access for free to our private mentorship group. Those are the Discord. Your Discord, Telegram chats, I always talk about it. You get access to our private mentorship group where you have our top leaders, our top mentors that are going to be able to talk to you each and every day. That you're going to have access to each and every day. That you're going to be learning from each and every day. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate your time. I respect your time. Reach back out to the person who sent you this link. Let them know you're ready to get started. Tell them I'm ready to get started. And I will see you guys on the other side. I appreciate your time. I respect your time. I'll see you at the top, bottom too crowded. That's how I close it out. So I stop it right there. And I don't talk about the monthly. I don't talk about the compensation plan. I usually don't talk about the compensation plan. I always lead with value because, like I said, people are looking for reasons not to do this. I'm not giving you a reason not to do this. People are looking for reasons not to do this. I'm not giving you a reason not to do this. All right. So that right there is a presentation. So for those that are taking notes, right, which is everybody, you need to have, I urge you, get your story down packed. Have your story down packed. You need that. Have your story down packed. You need to know your story. You need to know your story. Someone said, I need your out calls. I drop the out calls in the same group, and it's the same link, same time, same days, all the time. Right? Get your story down packed. The transitions need to be on point. The transitions make it flow. Make it flow. Make it appealing. Like just make it appealing. Just make it like a nice story. It just flows nice. It's good to listen to. It's great to listen to. Right? And that's it right there. That's how you run the presentation. Always have good energy. Always have good posture. Always speak with conviction. Right? If you have trouble bringing energy to the out calls, just talk louder. Right? If you have trouble bringing energy to the out calls, just talk louder. Like literally, I'm not really the guy for all this rah and energy, but I'll just talk louder. I'll talk loud and make it seem like talking loud just not confuses people. But when you talk loud, it's like you're excited. You talk loud, it's like you have something to say. You talk loud, it's like there's an energy inside you that you want to bring to the next person. Right? You want to bring to the next person. So, like I said, I'm dropping this on my YouTube. Appreciate you guys so much. Let me actually stop the recording, and I'm going to answer a couple of you guys' questions. But for the YouTube viewership, thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are absolutely amazing.